So Shibi,
You.
if you had to guess who right now is gonna win at the end of this, who would you say?
Likely, probably you.
But of course, with the current situation, that relies on not just my own moves, but the moves of everybody else, of course.
That's very true.
So I have a question. I have a proposal. It's a long-term one. I believe with the next big declared PvP, depending on the circumstances of its creation, a player could be knocked out. Would you like to make it Narfi?
And then me versus you.
That's how it would have to end, right?
I'm game for that.
I believe enough moves have been made on the chessboard between the players themselves. I believe that this last war set up a war that could kick out a player. You could be kicked out easily, of course. If I just don't do anything, I believe he would kill you. I believe he's opportunistic, and he always has a scheme going, and therefore
Yeah, I guess I guess I don't scheme enough.
You were doing it in the beginning. I didn't start scheming until 1956. But I do believe enough moves have been made on the board, and basically my proposal is the next PvP war that happens is one of our design, one that we start together. You will have plenty of time to build up before this. It's not going to happen today, obviously. But I do believe that I could collapse the Warsaw Pact at this point if you can deal with the Eastern Front. He has never ever won anything against you in the Eastern Front, so I do believe that this is indeed possible.
Define Eastern Front, like by Korea, you mean?
Yeah, over by Vladivostok, and now the things that he has around all that oil and stuff. He's never won a war over there because he's always been afraid of me in the West. And I do believe if we attacked at the same time, he would be distracted. He would never be able to move all of his army over to one front, and he'd surely focus most of it on me. Therefore, I do believe you'd have no problem taking everything he has of value over in the east once such a war would start.
Yeah, I can throw everything I got at him at one front.
He has never successfully beat you on a front before. The western front you have with him, every other front is so low on supply that all you need to do is set up, you know, set up some fortifications on a single road, and just barricading the roads themselves would stop his advance. If you focused everything on fighting him over in the east, he would surely not be able to do anything, because he's tried already several times, and he will always have his army split because he's afraid of the both of us. And I plan on giving him more reasons to be afraid. So, I do believe we could work together and just collapse in on him from either side, really.
Yeah.
And then once that's done, you know, we'd have a non-aggression pact going throughout the war. And take a minute to catch our breaths and then see where that goes. You know, who wins in a fight between us. But I don't think either of us are going to win so long as Narfi's still there.
Yeah. You actually pushed into China a little bit for the Korea. You went past the Yalu. I just noticed that right now.
Yeah, I did. Closing in on Dalian.
Maybe I should have used nukes.
I'm surprised no nukes or anything were fired during that. I guess you don't have any yet.
Oh, I have them. Just didn't use them.
Yeah, this is why I wanted you to have India, by the way, still. I wanted you to keep as much as possible because I know we have to work together to beat him. He must be having money problems. He's turned off more production and he's put most of his military away. Well, in that case, are we officially in agreement that we will work together to make the next PvP the one that ends Narfi?
Oh, yes.
I'm quite impressed. One thing I thought of, one thing I thought of when I put this plan together was that I didn't think you would be so willing to work with me after it.
The enemy of my enemy is my friend.
Yeah, but I'm the enemy that keeps changing sides to helping whoever's weaker.
Well, right now you're my friend.
Fair enough, and we have ourselves an agreement. But can we safely agree that we will not PvP until he is dead?
Agreed.
Okay. This will be fun. Take your time repairing. I'm gonna work on getting Thailand so that I can collapse on his troops that I've now successfully separated from him, and giving him some more things to worry about elsewhere.
Yeah, right now I'm building up justification to take back Burma.
If you are supporting him or anything, make sure to stop. Just, like, definitely stop.
Oh, I'm not. Trust me, I'm not supporting him at all.
Okay. If you have the money, just, like, oppose and fund insurgency. I'm already doing that.
I have been.
And we'll bring this to a head right on his face. Maybe tomorrow. We might be able to wipe him out tomorrow. The only thing for me is I have to be able to fight the Warsaw Pact at the same time. That's why I really need you in the east. This war's going to happen in the 60s, by the way.
What's your most advanced jet fighter right now? The F-86?
Interceptor?
Yeah.
Probably the F-101 Voodoo.
Okay, then would it be okay if I buy the F-86 Sabre off of you just so I can bolster my Air Force? It doesn't have to be top of the line, but you know, something, because I'm still running props here.
What about your Venom? Your Venom looks like it's of the same specs.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it looks equivalent.
Oh, I thought yours had a little bit better.
No, it looks like your Venom is roughly the same, if not a little bit better. At least the game thinks it's a little bit better. I almost have as big of a military deployed as Shibi. Yeah, dude, he put everything away. Does he have a non-aggression pact with you?
No.
And he just doesn't think you're a threat for now. He has everything put away. That's incredible.
He must not be able to financially sustain it then.
He was telling me at the beginning of the war that he couldn't financially sustain everything that he put out to fight you. He cannot maintain his own army. So, if we're both opposing him, hurting his money, we're both supporting each other, and I believe your finances were fine with your military deployed, right?
Oh, yeah.
Well, in that case, I do believe financially, once a big enough war starts, if we distract him on both fronts, doesn't matter where he puts his units, he's not going to be able to keep them going. Inflation's down to 2.7. Hot damn. Have more than enough in the way of electricity right now, that's for sure. Let me go ahead and start building more hydro. I'll start deconning some petrol. I'm going to start scrapping a whole bunch of my petrol plants. Petrol don't give nearly as much as hydro does. A little more than half as much, so I'm going to scrap it all the way down to 400 currently. I may have gone a little crazy building hydro, so my allies are sending me money because I went and tried to spend too much all at once. But it's okay. We got the new APCs. They're better than the M75s. They're not technically as good as the Green Berets, but I do believe my AI is preferring these for now. We can exclude the M75s. We're not going to need any more of those. He may favor the APCs over the Berets. The Green Berets are surprisingly easy to hit. You know what? I'll phase out the Berets in favor of the APCs, and we'll just make a huge conversion as time goes by. Because these Green Berets do move very slow, and I kind of regret building them because they also produce really slow. I should have just kept to the mechanized stuff, which produces surprisingly faster than ground-based forces. But we'll get this going one way or another. Caught a spy from East Germany. Another one, really. Oh man, they got me up to 90%. It's so hard to say no, but if I did attack that, I'd be fighting the whole Warsaw Pact, and I certainly don't have enough troops over here in order to deal with anything like that. I definitely don't have anything quite like that over here. No, sir. I need more land to stuff more troops and some more military production. If I took any of them, the easiest would not be East Berlin. I'll tell you that much. Where only West Germany might really come to my aid. But, really, the fight would be isolated. So I could invade it, and then it would just only be this fight over East Berlin. There wouldn't be any more of a fight. The property tax isn't very important. I'm just going to turn that off completely. Well, no, I'll put it down to in the middle. Things are usually most effective when they're in the middle. Try to start revving my economy back up without needing production, because we're getting to that point where we've taken over so much population and stuff. We're up to 600 billion. Just to get an idea of how quickly you're recovering. What's your current troop count?
Land units, just about 800.
That's rapid recovery. Oh my god. We'll definitely be ready for this tomorrow. He's out of money. Look at him. even on normal speed. This is without his military deployed. He has the most troops, but he won't be able to maintain them. He has them all away. He took too much. He got like 50 million more population. That destroyed his inflation, destroyed his tax income as a result. And look at this. Your money's still doing fine, as is mine.
Rez, you have line of sight with me, right?
No.
Oh, I was gonna say, oh, you should just take a look at all the oil I'm building.
Well, I can look a different way.
That's okay.
Oh,
I'll give you line of
yeah. Whoo-wee. Wow. That's a lot. Well, I'd rather not give you line of sight.
Aw. Alright, fine.
After all, if we're gonna fight after we fight him, I can't have you knowing what's where.
Why is he allied with Venezuela?
I don't know, he did that pretty early on. Oh, I got the Conqueror Heavies. Oh my god. My new amazing tank. That is very expensive, but also very amazing. Time to exclude all the other tanks because we're just going to get rid of all of them and replace them with these glorious things. Alright, I think we can opportunistically take Austria, no problem, because he's not going to have anything to really respond. He doesn't have enough money to keep anything going at all. I might as well just place spies just in case, but I really don't think they're going to be needed. By the looks of it, he can't keep his own shit going, let alone help any of his allies with anything. I have a lot of spies I can place right now. Oh my god. See a lot of Warsaw Pact troops moving around. The problem is I also have to fight the Warsaw Pact, not just him. So that is what complicates things in the long run. Shibi only has to fight him, which is a nice little advantage Shibi has in this little matchup. I think that's more than enough spies. We know that the garrisons here are limited. We're pretty much ready to attack whenever. Da-dun.
Oh, is it gonna be now?
Da-dun.
I'm gonna guess Romania. Hungary? Austria. Czechoslovakia. Okay.
I also have a guess.
Bulgaria.
Come
on, Rez, you're fucking on my trade deals.
Shut up!
Hurry up. I wonder if this will turn out like mine.
Yeah, good question. No, I don't think it will.
Nope.
I don't think it will.
We took their capital.
Yeah, this war's going mighty fine, sir. Mighty fine. No, that didn't go like yours at all.
Oh, that was fast.
Next one.
We gotta build some more production now. So this place stands on its own because I am going to die. I'm not gonna die, but we're in a situation, that's for sure. I got some more military production making because I can afford the military production. I need more military production specifically in Europe, specifically because this is
correct me if I'm wrong,
where the war is going to be.
Brazil at a treasury of 153 billion.
Yeah, they do.
Wow.
Oh.
Why do you ask?
Oh no, I thought it was like, less than that. Wow. That's a lot of money.
Yeah, that's a lot of money. They're pretty crazy, man. You know, drugs. I'm offering a good price for this agriculture, but at this point, nobody is selling it in enough volume. I might as well just start making some of my own. I actually have a little bit of production. The bar's not all the way at the bottom. I'm gonna start making some of my own. I'm gonna start making like 26% of my own agriculture because the market's not keeping up with demand. But we do have Austria. We're gonna get some more production up here, which is good. Production to maintain. Fresh elite units up at the front. That's exactly what we need. My world market opinion is down to indifferent, so it's gonna get harder and harder to snipe things without like perfect justification, which makes East Germany even more tempting of a target because he's still out of it. He has some more military deployed clearly, but he's still out of it in terms of what he can actually produce and put on the field. Fighting the whole Warsaw Pact over here would be a pain in the ass. It's nice to see that West Germany has more troops than they had before, but still, fighting all this Warsaw Pact over here would be a pain in the ass. Canada's offering to sell me petrol. Well, you know, at that point, we just need to start deconning some more petrol power plants because it's not even productive to run them. Let's go ahead and bring this number down to about 350 to free up some more oil so I don't have to build more oil. This is one way to handle this situation. It's not quite the number I was aiming for, but it's the number that we got. So it's the number that I'm settling for, the number that we're keeping. I'll place some more hydro. I'll try not to go too overboard with it, but I'm going to place some more hydro just to keep it coming along. Since we're swapping out all the oil now, so we don't have to build more oil and all that good stuff. Alright, well, I doubled it, so that's definitely going overboard. I don't apologize. It's okay, someone will send me money. That's the beauty of my allies. Hey, look, a lot of my allies are in debt, especially France. That's pretty weird, huh? God, Belgium has so many fucking units. What the hell? They'll never really utilize them due to the situation, but boy, wouldn't that be something. My treaty integrity is fine enough. What I need is more world market opinion over time now. Caught another spy from East Germany? Oh, dude, it's 98%, bro! Like, this is so hard to not take advantage of. The thing is just that the whole Warsaw Pact would collapse in on me. The moment I tried to actually take advantage of this, I would be fighting the entire Warsaw Pact. Certainly, he would end up deploying some stuff as well, and certainly, he could end up winning some stuff as well, and that right there is the problem. I may be able to declare the war, but I certainly can't win the war, not without NATO's help. And NATO's probably not going to be able to transit through West Germany, because most of NATO probably doesn't have transit through West Germany. That's going to create an issue. Maybe if I got a naval port, they would start coming in to help me, but I'd have to really bum rush that. And it's really, really hard at this point in the game to start getting enough units over there. Everyone's trying to throw money at me. Even Puerto Rico just sent me money. Puerto Rico thought I needed money so bad that Puerto Rico sent me money. That's how much hydro I'm making. After I said that I wasn't going to go overboard with it. Ha ha ha. You can trust my words, because they are always true. Canada's still pretty much protecting all of America, so that's nice, I guess. I'm just going to take the whole theater of Central America, and I'm going to deploy garrisons in it at this point. I'm not missing garrisons very much. What's been declared war on? China on Burma. Okay, I'll support that war. I was like, oh shit, is that Russia doing something? His money's still struggling, so that's a good thing, I suppose. I do need to take Thailand at some point. My spies are getting captured. Oh no. It would be funny if that made one of them declare war on me. That would actually be not ideal at all, mind you. Well, Burma died pretty quickly. Well, they didn't really have anything, but yeah.
Yeah, Burma's mine again.
Whoa.
Oh, good. My oil finished.
Oh, good. So I'm not getting enough agriculture, so we're going to bump production up to 50% of demand because we can't seem to buy enough. No matter how high I put the price up, there's just not enough demand in the world, so we're going to need to keep making our own. We keep getting spammed with offers to buy it. What's his relation? He is currently disapproving with the world market. I am indifferent, so I can get away with one more war. It's just that the war that I'm thinking of is quite dangerous, isn't it? Yes, it is. Look at me, I'm getting the Minuteman. Oh my god, do I have things to make the Minuteman? Do I have missile silos? I can start making missile silos, indeed. You know what we're gonna start doing? We're gonna start making missile silos. Let's see the range. I know the Minuteman has like a 12k range. I can reach across most of Russia from Ireland, so that's good. So we're gonna make this in Ireland. Mainly in Ireland because, well, it's safe right now. You know, it's not at risk of anything. I can also put some in Liberia. That's not really necessary, mind you. Having some in Japan would be pretty nice. Put it, you know, somewhere near Tokyo. Get a bunch of missile silos in there. There's almost no space near Tokyo. I'll put some right here. So we have some on the east, we have some on the west. I'll need more. I'll need stuff all over the place, certainly. But this is a good start. 12 missile silos. 6 in the east, 6 in the west. Our military is getting pretty close to being the highest deployed military at this rate. Oh boy. I still don't have my actual Minutemen yet, but once I get them, oh boy. We're gonna pump those out like no tomorrow. The whole world is just sending me money and deals to buy agriculture, which I find kind of funny. Oh my god. Don't need money that badly. Inflation has started going up. Still building over 100 hydro, which is probably why I'm being offered so much money. Again, even Puerto Rico is sending me money, which I find ridiculous. I'm amazed they even have money to send. I wonder if East Germany or anyone will get involved once I go to war. We might as well get an alliance with the Gold Coast because literally all of our allies are allying with the Gold Coast.
As you said, I should build emplacements, right? On the western front?
Emplacements are good. If you want to just fortify a road, that's where using something a little more specific, your fortifications and stuff, that's where that could be handy. Otherwise, just emplacements are fine. Hey, we can start researching IOF2s. Oh my god. IOF2s are really good, even though they're worldwide. They're really, really good. They're better than the thing we can research for this time frame. It might even be better than what we use right now, so let's go ahead and research that IOF2. I do still regret building those Green Berets. I think the Green Berets were a mistake. But it's a mistake that I made and I'm sticking with. We're getting so many more new designs in. Mostly for stuff that we haven't had actual upgrades to, so that's not so bad. Oh yeah, that's right, Guinea got independence at one point. I forgot all about that. And I'll go ahead and scrap another, like, 49 petrol plants, get that number going down. We don't need that to be so high. I'll also start turning off a lot of these uranium mines, because we're not using this much. I definitely overbuilt. This is a good time to power a bunch of them down and make things a little bit more efficient. Let's down it to 40 for right now.
Alright guys, I think I'm going to bed.
Alrighty.
Alright,
it's a new day and a new recording session. I've decided to abandon my imminent invasion of East Germany. Instead, I'm just gonna put a hold on that.
Jesus Christ, I'm checking my hotspots right now, and it's like I had the whole goddamn world as a hotspot between you two. Like every single fucking city and everything. It's like, Jesus Christ, I wonder why my army couldn't get it together.
I have that too. That's what the problem is.
But I'm gonna abandon this invasion and instead just work on modernizing my military instead. Because I do want to get rid of as many of the berets as possible, and instead get as many of my newer things built as possible, which I need to get everything in reserves in order to do that. In the meantime, everything here will simply reserve in this region. At the very least, if he invades me anytime soon, he's in for a nasty surprise.
I can't delete the hotspots?
You can delete hotspots. Make sure none of your theater or battle zones are on high so they don't get replaced. And then go to your hotspot list and there should be an X next to them.
Yeah, and see that. This is when I tried to delete them, they kept reappearing.
Yeah, it's because you have something that's on high that's making them reappear. The AI has some sort of setting you gave the AI to assign them. Probably a theater setting if there's a lot of them. Chibi, I sent you a C transit request for the both of us.
Got it.
Because I don't believe this playthrough is going to go on for a crazy period of time, I'm going to start getting some friendship treaties with Brazil, because I do believe the end is in sight, and I do believe the Stronghold America plan will not actually be that necessary. I do believe we can become friends with Brazil, and if we get a full alliance, maybe take advantage of all their money next time I have some sort of financial shortage, because they would be able to just throw money at me from there. I'm also going to go ahead and I'm going to decon another 50 petrol plants and bring this number down to 250 to lower my operating costs because electricity is no longer profitable to sell, and also to free up some more petrol. I'm going to continue doing this while my hydro builds, and my next batch of hydro plants should be finishing soon. Oh, I have more than I thought. Wow. And when that finishes, I want to completely phase out petrol because this will also reduce my environment spending by reducing the amount of pollution in my country. Getting rid of coal would be the next best thing, but replacing coal with hydro would be very expensive and take a long time. I don't know if we're actually going to get to that. Man, rubber is barely profitable to sell either at this point. World economy is running out of things for me to do. One thing I need to redo, because for some reason it got undone, if I ever actually did it, which I think I did, is assign garrisons into Indonesia, because the whole of Oceania just has no garrisons for some reason. I'm not sure why. The earliest hydros I placed have finished. We have another 79 to build. It's looking pretty good for now. I'll say we go ahead and decon another 50 petrol plants. This is also going to free up a lot of space with which I could build things on as well, which would be handy. Hydro is built in very specific places, but I don't think I'll need any goods to put on any of these spots, but it sure would be nice. Ooh, China's military production is now the highest in the world in terms of goods. Yeah, everyone's caught up to me or surpassed me in this regard now. If I look at their stockpiles, though, I bet I'll find, yeah, 3.5 million and 3 million versus my 20 million. So one thing that's going to be really, really funny whenever they're rewatching this playthrough that I haven't really spoken about much because I didn't want to necessarily completely give it away right now is that the longer this playthrough's been going on, as you can see, I've been leaving less and less of my units in America. Like, let's take a look at what I actually have in all of the mainland America right now. 104 land units. That's what I have. That is what I have here. That's nothing. That's not a lot. I've been relying on Canada, but they don't have enough units to actually defend all of this. But they've been doing some good work. I basically banked everything on the fact that they're going to focus on everything I have far away from America before they will ever focus on America itself. So everything else is garrisoned, except, like, Ireland and maybe Liberia. But I'll get to that. There's not even any garrisons in America. It's defenseless, and it's been defenseless this whole time. If they showed up with 1,000 troops, they could land.
I see a lot of unit movement to Yugoslavia.
And do some real damage. Yeah.
Would you do it?
Honestly, just moving them there. We can get rid of some fortifications that I placed in Yugoslavia. These won't all be necessary. Some of them are still necessary, but a lot of them are not necessary any longer. Not in their current position. They could be good in a different position, but not in these positions. Oh! What the hell? Formation of... What? The Viet Cong in South Vietnam and North. Did they add events, finally, for the Second Indochina War? Condemn insurgents. Condemn insurgents. I'm curious if they actually added the Second Indochina War. I've never seen it. I've never seen that event even, but it's been a few years, I guess, since we last did a Cold War playthrough, so it'll be interesting to see. Down to 50 hydro plants building. Good, good. Our electricity's still doing fine. Our oil is not. We still need more oil. That's actually something that's lacking. The price of oil does appear to be going up, but that might just be because of our lack of production. Well, it's going up in comparison to our production costs. That could be due to a number of things, but my inflation is still not doing the best. Like, it's down there with his, which is actually gone up a little bit. China's is through the roof. Taking all these Indians has actually really, really affected my economy. And so I'm not actually growing my GDP very much right now, which is an issue. And deconning things aren't going to help me with that. Building things and lowering taxes, that's what's going to help me with that. Well, the price of food is going down pretty rapidly for some reason. I'll start buying more at 60, let's say. I do need a lot more. My consumption of food is only going up the more that I take over. I don't have... Oh no, I still do have the largest consumption despite not having the largest population. Just because my population is richer and can afford more food. And I'm not really charging them very much for it because I want to keep them happy. I'm charging them more for other goods. I could charge them a little bit more for food right now while I need the money. I can raise it up to 9%. 9% domestic markup for food. But we're profiting so much anyway just because the price in the market is so cheap. I'm going to try this again. Now that things are improving, I'm going to have my property tax because it's not that important to raise happiness and try to boost my economy and all that good stuff. Now that I've taken such a hit from turning off my social assistance spending, which was just getting through the roof anyway in price. Oh yeah, look at that. I'm at a point of importing oil right now. That's weird. Oh, and another colony has been freed. Cameroon. Okay. I'm gonna, like, support every colony that gets freed.
Just got their independence.
Because they're allying with NATO anyway, and because I don't need to be invading any of them anyway. Let's go ahead and decon another 50 petrol. We're getting this down to 150. Just to free up some more oil. Yeah, the price of oil is definitely at, like, a tipping point. But it's gone down, all in all. Oh, I see why it's been maintained so well, though. I'm not even the top producer anymore. China's produced so much more of it, and USSR has more now, but mainly China's producing so much oil that they're definitely keeping up with demand. Oh yeah, another thing I can do to save on costs is I'm going to start scrapping a lot of my rubber synths, because we're probably never going to use them again, and I can get rid of their currently minuscule maintenance costs from having them online. It's still a decent amount of facilities, and the full price of maintaining one's 11 mil, yeah, so we can free up some money in our budget by deconning these, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. We don't need any of them. We have rubber plantations spread all throughout the world. It's fine. Plus, there's just more rubber in the world than there even needs to be. I'm sure at some point he'll think of building up more rubber in Malaya, and as he exports that, him being Narfi, that problem will, you know, remain not being a problem. Yeah, all of NATO is allying the fucking Gold Coast, man. They don't want to ally me yet, although they are starting to slowly like me more. If I declare any wars, although, that's going to definitely mess with things.